Hello and welcome to Inside Jacksonville, a production of the University of North Florida School of Communication and the CW17. I'm Khalila Ritchie. We're here each month with stories about life on the First Coast. First up, Inside Jacksonville's Sydney Teitelbaum takes us all on a journey to Happy Dog Inn for all your furry friends' needs.
The Happy Dog Inn, located off of Russell Road in Green Cove Springs, is dedicated to the service and well-being of the animals in their care.
Absolutely love the experience that I've had here at Happy Dog in those past 11 years. I came here, didn't know much about animals, didn't know much about dogs. I started in the landscaping, taking care of the facility, beautifying it, making sure that everybody that came with the first eye appearance saw that it was well kept, well taken care of in a beautiful facility.
The facility holds 74 rooms, allowing them to take in 125 dogs at their max capacity.
The proper procedure for taking in a dog is we gather as much information about the pet as possible for the parent, and then we actually get them to fill out a questionnaire and boarding contract. At that point in time, we get all the feeding protocols, so we find out whether they are semi-aggressive, mildly aggressive, whether they're friendly with other dogs, and then we take all that, compile it, we check them in, and we get them started.
The Happy Dog Inn in Green Cove Springs has been open for 16 years, previously opened in the Palm Coast area.
We have two different types of facilities here. We have a facility for the large dogs. We have a facility for the smaller dogs. The owners actually live on site, which is a plus, and we're also in the process of providing a vet clinic on site.
The Happy Dog Inn in Green Cove Springs, located off of Russell Road, provides grooming, daycare, and boarding services for families going on vacation or having family emergencies. The employees are dedicated to the service and well-being of the animals in their care.
When I first walked in, I immediately met the manager and the owner, and their presence here made me believe that the true purpose of this place is to provide the best environment for the dogs and as well as the owners. I've grown up with dogs my whole life, and I truly have a passion for wanting to care for them. They remind me of little toddlers, and they are just such a joy to be around and make my heart very full. We have a swimming pool, and there's a dog that we've been working on getting to leap into the pool rather than go from the shallow into the deep end. And the joy I felt from the first moment he jumped into the pool, I was very proud of him.
For more information on the Happy Dog Inn, such as their grooming, daycare, and boarding services, visit their website at happydoginn.com. Sydney Teitelbaum, Inside Jacksonville.
How cute. I know where I'm taking my dog for a doggy vacation. Earth's Market is a local market full with volunteers providing the community with fresh produce. I went to check what all the hype was about. Earth's Farm and Market is a local gym where fresh, sustainable produce meets community spirit. Located just outside downtown, this farm is known for its high-quality fruits, vegetables, and handmade goods, all grown and crafted right here in Jacksonville. Earth's Farm and Market has been serving the community for over a decade, focusing on sustainable practices and reducing food waste.
We have a little vendors market and a farmers market where we get food from other local farms and other producers, and then sell that via the market. It's from 10 to 2 every Saturday.
The market goes beyond just selling fresh produce. They also offer hands-on workshops and classes, helping locals learn about farming, healthy eating, and the importance of buying local. You can even grow your own vegetables, fruits, and herbs right here at Earth's Farm.
The way that we eat is also the way that we think. It's the way that we feel. And if we were to just promote healthier eating, organic produce in the community, it'll help kids and people in the community just to think clearly, do bigger things. And with Moncrief, because we are on Moncrief, there's not too many choices of healthier eating options. I know for me, when I first started working out here, I used to go out on lunch just to get a quick something to eat, and it's just a lot of fried foods, fast food spots. So it'll be nice if we could just push more produce out on the streets.
For members of the community, Earth's has become a go-to for weekly groceries and unique local products.
So I love coming to the farmers market. The freshness is unbeatable. Everything's picked just hours before, and everyone's so knowledgeable about all the products. People who actually care about the community and actually put in the work to provide fresh produce is really important. So it makes it a lot more meaningful. So you're eating better and you're supporting the community. So it's a win-win. With the holidays right around the corner, be sure to check out Earth's Farmer Market for your fresh produce. Earth's Farmer Market isn't just a place to shop, it's a place to connect, learn, and support Jacksonville's local economy.
You can visit Earth's Farm daily and shop at the market every Saturday from 10 to 2. Next, inside Jacksonville's Alexa Gonzalez gives us a glimpse into a brand new tattoo studio founded by 2 young artists.
One thing about Jacksonville is that there is no shortage of good places to get a tattoo. These 2 locals tell us a little bit about the studio that they've just opened.
Lucky Seven's Tattoo Studio opened its doors on Fort Caroline Road last month. Here, the owners tell us a little bit about how excited they are about the opening of their new studio.
Hi, my name is Jacob. I also go by Jinx. I am a tattoo artist here in Jacksonville. I specialize in fine line art, very realism type of tattoos, floral type of tattoos. And I've been tattooing for about over 2 years now. So me and my coworker Lobos, we just opened our new studio about like 2 months ago. It's called Lucky Seven Studios. The reason why it's called Lucky Sevens is because me and my partner Lobos were both born on July 7th, so we called it Lucky Sevens like that. And yeah, we both worked at a shop previously, and we decided to, venture out and, start our own journey. And yeah, just, being able to branch off and, starting our own journey is just like one of the first steps of many. And eventually we're going to open a shop.
These artists made a departure from the shop that they were previously working at with hopes of eventually opening their own tattoo shop.
My name is Lobos Tattoos. I also go by Danny. So I've been getting tattooed since I was about 18 years old, and then my mentor came along about, I'd say like 2-3 years after, and she invited me to do an apprenticeship. So then after that, I've just been doing tattoos for the longest. I'm actually very thankful to be working with Jacob, aka Jinx Tattoos. So me and him are like bros. Like I have not met anyone that's like I can fully trust and be like fully 100% myself around. And also he's just a good business partner in general. Like there's no weird stuff. It's all like, let's get on this, let's get on that. He motivates me, I motivate him. It's kind of like a tit for tat thing. We bounce off each other. When we first started our journey, it was very stressful. There's a lot of things we didn't know. There's a lot of things that like we just weren't open up to yet. So it was very stressful. I was like, oh my God. But now that we're here, it's like a breath of fresh air. Like every time I come in, I'm inspired to do content. I'm inspired to make better tattoos, do larger pieces, advertise myself more. So that's really nice.
Alexa Gonzalez, inside Jacksonville.
To book an appointment with Jacob or Danny for your next tattoo or to check out their work, you can follow them on Instagram at luckysevens.studio. Coming up, how to stay prepared for the final weeks of the hurricane season. And we'll take a look at the map for a gripping inside look of the sports of jiu-jitsu. You're watching Inside Jacksonville on CW 17. Welcome back. Inside Jacksonville's Kyle Rayleigh explored a piece of Brazil and Japan through martial arts right here in Jacksonville.
Off Old St. Augustine Road lies a piece of Brazilian and Japanese martial arts that has brought people from all different types of cultures together.
So I was actually a part of the church already that started this ministry, which is, the jiu-jitsu ministry. And so I had already like heard of it in talks before it even started. I came back and got invited to it, so that's when I started.
At first I didn't really know anybody there. Now all these people right here, they're like my second family at this point. So I feel like BJJ just help bring people together because you're here like you're suffering together, getting choked out, getting your arm barred, things like that. So you get a sense of respect for other people who do it and you want to help them out, and then you develop a deeper sense of trust and friendship in a way.
There's people from all over that come here, different churches, different places in life, whatever it is. So we try and hang out. Nate, I hang out with him every once in a while. We've played soccer before with some of the guys from the church. He's rolled with a couple of guys, so yeah.
With all these different types of people, the community always comes together to create a sense of respect and discipline.
I think that everybody, for the most part, need a difficult hobby because it can allow them to learn more about themselves, discover themselves more. And I know that this is not going to be an easy journey, but so far it's been good.
I think there's a lot of respect in jiu-jitsu. Not that there isn't in other martial arts, but I think it's emphasized, especially in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. There's a lot of caring for your opponent because you understand that a lot of the movements you do, if you do them out of malice, you can really hurt someone. You could break something. So there has to be a communication, there has to be an understanding between you and your opponent. So there's a massive emphasis on respect.
And in jiu-jitsu, we teach for don't use jiu-jitsu just for self-defense. So you just use jiu-jitsu for self-defense. Like, you're not gonna start a fight, you know? And we have rules, so you need to follow those rules. If you don't follow those rules, you need to pay. So, for example, if you don't behave, like, if it's not time to go drink water, and you just get off like, I want to drink water, and the coach didn't say for you to drink water, you need to come to the mat and, like, pay 10 burpees, for example, you know?
Through the commitment of people like Nate, Dan, and Lila, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Jacksonville and throughout the world will continue to grow for everyone. Kyle Rayleigh, Inside Jacksonville.
Wow, that looks intense. If you're interested in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, check out Philadelphia Church Jacks on Instagram. In an age of rapid media, false information can hinder public safety. Inside Jacksonville's Kyle Mitchell visited the Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Department to learn how the Emergency Preparedness Division prevents confusion.
During storm season, misinformation can spread quickly on social media, putting lives at risk. The Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Department works closely with local agencies to ensure accurate information is being shared. From hurricane preparedness to emergency response, the Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Department is here to help keep Jacksonville safe and informed.
Having a very diverse group up here in the Emergency Preparedness Division, we're always thinking. We have the support of the mayor and her staff, the sheriff, the fire chief. Talk about our planning process. We use Instant Command System here in Duval County, so every organization is taking ICS to make sure we understand the lingo. We take a lot of pride in our hurricane response guide. We actually, if we don't send that out on time, citizens are calling. Faith-based organizations are calling us. We also have a great team here in the Emergency Preparedness Division that do community outreach.
The City of Jacksonville's Emergency Preparedness Division actively engages with the community throughout the year to promote preparedness awareness. They participate in various events from preparedness expos to school gatherings, sharing valuable information with the public. And to add a fun and friendly touch, they have Cricket, the preparedness puppy, as their mascot, always ready to help spread the message of safety and preparedness. You can find the preparedness puppy Cricket on jacksready.com, where you can learn more about her role in emergency preparedness. Additionally, it offers a variety of helpful resources to ensure both you and your family are ready for any emergency.
The news media does do a good job of, at the beginning of hurricane season and throughout hurricane season, preparing the community, but if you're not paying attention, you may miss those resources. So we want to ensure that we're amplifying that information. So we go to those outreach events, we have social media campaigns, we mail a preparedness guide to every resident in Duval County, and those guides are also available at city public buildings and here at Fire Rescue Headquarters.
We see this a lot, misinformation getting pushed out and people relying on unreliable sources for their weather information or hurricane preparedness information. That's the only thing we would suggest, that when people are looking into hurricane preparedness, follow reliable sources. We have great tools. With one example is our jacksready.com website. We also have an app where people can get updated information. Evacuation zones are included in that, weather alerts and updates as well.
It's crucial to avoid misinformation from unreliable sources when preparing for emergencies. For accurate, trusted information, make sure to visit jacksready.com. By relying on this trusted resource, you can ensure that you're fully prepared with the right knowledge and tools to protect you and your family. Kyle Mitchell, Inside Jacksonville.
Stay informed, stay prepared. Visit jacksready.com for the latest updates and emergency resources. Are you looking for a great coffee place in town that offers great community? Grounds of Grace is the place to be. Inside Jacksonville's Gio Villavicencio takes us for a visit.
Grounds of Grace is a local coffee shop in Jacksonville, Florida. It was launched in 2020 with the vision of being a launching pad for young men and women to seek employment through the coffee industry.
Grounds of Grace started 3 years ago. We started off with a bus, and then we pretty quickly moved into having the shop, and we built it from the ground up. So the building used to be the original 7-Eleven in Jacksonville, and then it moved into being a church.
Located on University Boulevard, Grounds of Grace not only provides a great cup of coffee, but also a sense of purpose behind every cup.
It's a foundation that was created on what I went through personally in life. So we know that, just like every other coffee shop, there might be some missions behind them, but majority of the coffee shops in this city, it's a business model. How many cups can I turn and make how much profit? And yes, you got to make profit in business world, but we know that we can do a lot more with that. So every cup that is purchased here or any one of our locations, it goes directly back into the community that we work with, and that covers and helps the 8 different programs that we do here in the city.
Grounds of Grace serves as a ministry for other people. Discipleship is one of the key things involved in the coffee shop.
I was not a believer. I wasn't interested in any religion. I was just, doing my own thing. I was on my own. And as I just got more and more involved, I saw just the goodness that everybody had within them. And throughout the 3 years that I've been here, I've developed a relationship with God. I've been baptized. I started going to church. I've been on a discipleship trip with my church. And so I think that the discipleship here is that the team prays over each other every single week. The team, whether you're Christian or not, we're doing something with, we're discipling people to Christ.
For employees who work here, the community is their favorite part of the job.
The city here is so strong. There's customers who come in every day, customers who come in once a week, and just being able to know them and see them and be like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, or getting to know little details about their life is it's just joyful.
Gio Vicencio inside Jacksonville.
Grounds of Grace is open Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. They are also open Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. After the break, we'll take a closer look at Florida's growing property insurance crisis. Also, we're off to a seasonal persimmon festival bringing our community together. You're watching Inside Jacksonville on CW 17. Next up, Inside Jacksonville's Dominic DeCunto takes us on an inside look at Florida's growing insurance crisis.
Florida is facing a major crisis in its automotive and home insurance industries. Since Hurricane Ian in 2022 that caused $112 billion in damage, residents of Florida have seen their premiums increase, their claims denied or payouts low, or have had their policies dropped altogether.
So insurance rates have really skyrocketed over the years. In this past year in the state, a few of our neighbors have actually lost. They've either seen their insurance rates double, or they've just lost them completely as insurance providers have moved out of the state.
For those that can't afford the hikes, their only options are to leave or remain with little to no coverage. According to data released by real estate firm Redfin in April of this year, 1 in 3 Floridians that have been dropped by their insurer have moved or intend to move out of the state. Another 30% are staying with little or no coverage. Those unaffected so far are desperately hoping their slice of the state remains that way, with every hurricane season possibly upending their coverage.
I had just got a new car, and when I called to switch insurance companies, they asked me what county I lived in because they are not writing new policies for certain counties.
So how did this happen? Well, climate change and the increased frequency and intensity of hurricanes, but also the passing of House Bill 837 in the state of Florida. This bill was intended to combat the rising amount of frivolous lawsuits against insurance companies, but opponents of the bill say that it has made suing your insurance company too difficult in the event that your claim is denied or your payout is low. Additionally, those living in at-risk areas near the beach or river fear House Bill 837 has created an environment where there are not enough insurance companies competing to lower rates, and the companies that are writing policies hold the majority of power in court.
Jacksonville, which is probably the least expensive from a cost per living and insurance. Insurance factors into that. We can't live in Tampa anymore. It's too expensive to insure. Orlando's just as bad. Miami's just as bad. So, for the most part, yeah, we are kind of looking, outside of the state.
As it currently stands, Florida residents have their hands tied behind their backs, and it's up to state government to recognize the damage done and change course while they're still tied. Dominic DeCuto, Inside Jacksonville.
Currently, the only proposed solution to the rise of insurance premiums in Florida is House Bill 1213. This will provide windstorm coverage by the state-owned Citizens Insurance Corporation and collectively lower the cost of premiums. Finally, this month, Inside Jacksonville's Skylar Catherwood traveled to North Jacksonville to check out Eat Your Yard's Jax's 4th annual Persimmon Festival.
Today we're at Eat Your Yard Jack's at the Persimmon Festival.
We're celebrating a fruit that not a lot of people, have heard about, and we're getting the word out on it.
Finding out all the wonderful things that you can grow in your yard that are edible.
So Eat Your Yard Jack's is an edible plant nursery and education facility on the west side of Jacksonville. We started it out as a family project where we raised plants out here with my 3 boys. 3 years ago we became a nonprofit, and we love sharing with the community. We have hundreds of kids come through here every year, and it's a big part of our nonprofit mission.
You may be asking, out of all fruits, why persimmon?
Well, one, it's a native fruit, and so it's kind of fun to highlight a native fruit that you can go out in the woods and pick. 2, it's kind of a forgotten fruit. Nobody says, hey, honey, pick up a bag of persimmons on your way home, So we wanted to kind of bring some focus into this fruit, and a good reason is it comes in late in the season, so just before citrus it comes in, and so it's already started to cool down, and so it's more pleasant to have a festival like this at the farm. Bug pressure is less, and so we chose that as our signature fruit here at the farm.
The Persimmon Festival is located at Eat Your Yard Jack's. Here they have local vendors, live music, animals, and fresh fruits and vegetables. What drew me here, I'm very interested in native agriculture, planting natives as well as planting things that I'm able to eat, and that's what you find here. It's all edible and it's all native, and it's a beautiful place and it's very educational.
It's so happy, and it's nice to have community and be around like-minded people, and then also to have people that don't know much about farming or anything agriculture, animals, and to educate them and let them have an experience. I love seeing the smiles on people's faces when they get to pet the animals.
And also just be a part of the community. So I really want to come out here and meet some other fellow plant people and put our name out there, shake some hands, and see what we can do today.
Primarily the environment, just coming out here to a nice open green space, having some fun and meeting a bunch of different people who are excited about it too.
It's a beautiful place and I come every chance I get. Skylar Catherwood, Inside Jacksonville.
Wow, the festival looked like a blast. I can't believe I have to wait a whole nother year for the next one. Well, that's a wrap for this edition of Inside Jacksonville. If you missed anything from today's program, just visit our website, unftv.com, and look under the Digital Journalism tab, where you'll find expanded versions of our stories, photos, interviews, and other extras. Again, that's unftv.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube at Inside Jacks UNF. From all of us here at Inside Jacksonville, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next month right here on the CW 17.